Hey there, welcome back to our channel. We have another really exciting video for you today on the psychology of happiness. Have you ever wondered what makes you happy? Is it money, fame, a loving family? Well, the science of happiness has some answers for you. So let's get started. Before we continue, we would like to thank you all for the support you've given us. Our mission is to make psychology and mental health more accessible to everyone, and you help us do that. Now let's begin. Number 1, the hedonic treadmill. Have you ever noticed that your feelings are constantly changing? One moment you feel great, the next you don't. Your emotions are always fluctuating throughout the day. This phenomenon is called the hedonic treadmill. It's a concept in positive psychology that states people quickly adapt to new situations and return to a baseline level of happiness. For example, imagine winning a lottery. At first, you might be overjoyed with your good fortune and feel incredibly happy. But after some time, this feeling might fade away, and you may start to feel the same as before you won the lottery. Instead of feeling overjoyed, you're just back to normal. This happens because our brains adapt to our circumstances. You could say that we get used to them. In this example, your brain adapted to the idea that you're a millionaire. So now it's just another piece of information that you know, not something that generates constant happiness. Number 2, the misinterpretation of emotions. We often mistake our emotions for facts. Just because you feel sad doesn't mean you're actually sad. And just because you feel happy doesn't mean that you're actually happy. If you find yourself thinking statements like, "I am so lazy," or "I'm so stupid," you might want to take a step back and ask yourself if you're just feeling that way at the moment. After all, emotions aren't facts, they're just feelings that pass, and don't worry, we've all been there before. Everyone feels negative emotions from time to time, but it's important to remember that they're only temporary. Don't let them define who you are. 3. How happiness affects the brain. Happiness is a complex emotion that can affect us in many different ways. When we're happy, our brain releases chemicals that make us feel good, like endorphins, serotonin, and dopamine. These chemicals can improve our mood, increase our energy levels, and even boost our immune system. It's almost like a natural high. This is why people who are happier tend to be more active and more engaged in their daily activities. But it's not just about feeling good. Happiness also affects other areas of our lives. People who are happier tend to have better relationships, perform better at work, and are more resilient in the face of adversity. So, if you want to be successful in work or in life in general, then it's important to find ways to be happier. There are many different ways to do this, such as spending time with loved ones, exercising regularly, and practicing gratitude. So find what works for you and make it a priority. Your brain will thank you for it. 4. The importance of optimism. When we're optimistic, we believe that good things will happen in the future. We're able to see the positive side of things, and we have faith that things will work out for the best. This attitude can help us through tough times, and it can make us more resilient in the face of adversity. Optimism is especially important when we're going through challenging times. When things are tough, it's easy to feel like giving up. But if we have an optimistic outlook, we're more likely to stick with it and see the positive side of things. We know that things will eventually get better, and we're willing to put in the work to make that happen. People who are optimistic are also more likely to set goals for themselves and work hard to achieve them. They believe that success is possible, and they're willing to put in the effort to make it happen. Optimism is a powerful mindset that can help us through tough times and lead us to success. Number 5, gratitude. Being grateful for what you have is one of the most important things you can do for your happiness. When you focus on the positive things in your life, you'll be much happier than if you focus on the negative. This doesn't mean that you shouldn't acknowledge the negative, but it does mean that you should focus on the positive. Make a list of all the things you're grateful for each day. This could include big things like your health or small things like a delicious meal. By taking the time to appreciate the good things in your life, you'll train your brain to focus on the positive rather than the negative. And this will make you much happier in the long run. Number 6, the importance of social connections. Humans are social creatures by nature, We need other people in our lives in order to be happy. This means having friends and family members who we can rely on and spend time with. It also means being involved in our communities and feeling like we belong to something bigger than ourselves. When we have strong social connections, we feel loved, supported, and accepted. We know that we're not alone in this world and that there are people who care about us. This gives us a sense of security and stability, which is essential for our happiness. But it's not just about the quantity of our social connections. It's also important that we have quality relationships with the people in our lives. This means having open and honest communication with them, being there for them when they need us, and sharing positive experiences together. When we invest time and effort into our relationships, they become a source of great happiness for us. So make sure to nurture your social connections, spend time with your loved ones, and build new relationships. You'll be happier for it. 7. Flow. Flow is a state of intense focus and complete immersion in an activity. It's that feeling you get when you're so engrossed in something that you lose track of everything else going on around you. When you're in a flow state, you're completely absorbed in the task at hand, and time seems to slip away. You're not thinking about anything else, and you're not worried about what might happen in the future. You're just focused on what you're doing right now. Being in a flow state is a very enjoyable experience. It's a feeling of being completely in control and being one with what you're doing. When you're in a flow state, you feel like you can accomplish anything. You're confident and self-assured, and you feel like you're on top of the world. This is because when you're in a flow state, your brain is releasing all kinds of feel-good chemicals like dopamine and serotonin. These chemicals make you feel good, which makes you want to repeat that behavior again in the future. So if you want to feel happier overall, then you need to find activities that allow you to enter a flow state regularly. Some activities that can help you enter a flow state include playing sports, solving puzzles, creating art, and having sex. So make sure to make time for activities that bring you joy and allow you to enter a flow state regularly. Your brain will thank you for it. 8. Mindful acceptance. We often try to fight our negative emotions, but this usually just makes them worse. Instead, we should learn to accept our negative emotions and let them pass. When we accept our negative emotions, we send a message to our brains that we're safe and that we can handle whatever challenges come our way. This helps us to reduce stress and anxiety, and it allows us to focus on the present moment. We can use mindfulness meditation to help us become more mindful and accepting of our emotions. Mindfulness meditation involves focusing on our breath and letting go of any thoughts that come into our heads. As we practice mindfulness meditation, we'll become better at observing our emotions without judgment and accepting them for what they are. When we're able to do this, we'll be better able to handle difficult situations, and we'll be less likely to suffer from negative emotions. And if you want to become happier, start practicing mindfulness meditation today. 9. Helping others. Helping others is one of the most powerful ways to increase your happiness. When you do something nice for someone else, your brain releases all kinds of feel-good chemicals. This is because helping others activates our brain's reward centers and makes us feel good about ourselves. It also gives us a sense of purpose and meaning. Helping others is one of the best ways to increase your happiness. When you do something nice for someone else, your brain releases chemicals that make you feel good. This is because helping others activates our brain's reward centers and makes us feel good about ourselves. Helping others is also a great way to build relationships and feel connected to others. When you help someone, you create a bond between you and that person. This bond can lead to friendship, love, and even happiness. Helping others is also a great way to boost your mood and reduce stress. When you help someone, you focus your attention away from your own problems and onto the problems of someone else. This can be a refreshing change of pace and can help you relax. Helping others is a win-win situation. Not only does it make you feel good, but it also makes the other person feel good. So if you want to increase your happiness, start helping others today. 10. Self-care. Taking care of ourselves is essential for our happiness. This includes eating healthy foods, getting regular exercise, and getting enough sleep. When we take care of our bodies, we feel better both physically and mentally. We have more energy, we're more focused, and we're better able to handle stress. To take care of ourselves, we need to make time for self-care. This means setting aside time to do things that make us feel good, like taking a bubble bath or reading our favorite book. We also need to make sure we're getting regular exercise and eating healthy foods. Regular exercise and a healthy diet can make us feel better both physically and mentally. We have more energy, we're more focused, and we're better able to handle stress. So, if we want to be happy, we need to take care of ourselves. This means making time for self-care, getting regular exercise, and eating healthy foods. We hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please let us know in the comments below. We'd also like to hear from you if there are any topics you'd like us to cover in future videos. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.